Yeah. We back at it again. If you're listening to me live, you are here for the one live episode 4. So let's freaking get it, baby. Uh, so if you don't know me, if it's your first time here, hair's going crazy as usual. Um, my name's Gaff. I'm the host of this here show, and I'm here to bring you MMA, boxing news, bets, picks, tips, tricks, all that shits. But besides that, damn, bro, what's up with this hair right here? Hold on. Got okay. All right. All right. All right. We figured it out. There we go. Yeah, my name's Gaff. I'm gonna bring you boxing news, MMA news, everything that's happening. There wasn't really much to go over. That's why I didn't go live this Sunday. Normally you'll catch me Sundays, 11 a.m. on the East Coast. If you're in the West, that'll be 8 a.m. Um, yeah, not much more to say than that. Check out all the tips, tricks, bets I put out. Check out the cut downs. Like and subscribe. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. If you know me from other than here, you probably know me from the Main Card Minute with Luke. Please follow below. You can also, put your phone up to the little QR codes there to easily subscribe. But besides that, if you win on this show because of something I told you or because of something you got on the show, any tips, tricks, all that, please email the show your wins. Let us know because I'm going to let you know my wins this week. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I got some wins for you, baby. Some wins fresh off the presses this morning, actually. Yeah, this morning got some wins. Yeah, surprising, right? Yeah, so email the show. And I guess we'll get things started here. Ain't much to go on in MMA. So if you're here for MMA news, I'd probably just keep moving along there. But if you want to get some boxing news and you want to get some MMA bets for this weekend, we got Burns versus Brady. We got Nurmagomedov versus Shabliy. We got Bellator and UFC. So if you want to stick around for that, that'll be later in the show. But if you are here just for MMA news, probably leave. Not much to go around right now, but I got some boxing news for you. We're starting off quickly with Naoya Inoue with a freaking win this morning. I cashed on that. I'll let you know what I cashed on later. But Inoue comes out slowly in this fight. He's holding all the belts. He's the champ. He is the guy right now. This is probably his last challenge before he moves up in weight and takes on a big name, a fight that we all want to see, a super fight of some sorts. Names I'd like to throw out there, Lomachenko. I'd like to throw out Tank Davis. I'd like to throw out, you know, all those types of guys, the little quick, strong guys. So send him up to Bantam, man. I'm tired of him taking out these guys. But yeah, Inoue gets the job done. He gets a 7th round KO. It was a TKO because TJ Doherty, he was doing well for himself in the beginning of the fight. First round, he's putting hands on Inoue. Everybody's like, "Whoa, what's happening? Is he just feeling him out? Maybe he's feeling him out." Second round, he's starting to put some more hands on him. Everybody's like, "Whoa, is this guy? Is he here to fight? Is he here to win right now?" Third round, he does more of the same, but Inoue starts feeling him out, starts putting some hands on him. We're like, okay, there he is. There's Inoue. There he is. And then round 4 happens. It's starting to tip back towards Inoue. It's starting to go downhill for my boy Doherty. TJ is taking a couple right hands. His time is getting figured out. He's getting slower. His hands are getting lower. So Inoue's using these opportunities to pick his shots and land slowly but surely. Round 5, it could have been either way in that round, but round 6 comes. Inoue is like, all right, I'm done figuring you out. I gave you 4 or 5 rounds. I thought you'd be a little tougher. I'm going to come in there. I'm going to start putting some freaking hands on you. I'm going to start throwing them things. Throws him at him, starts pounding with some body shots, start hitting him with some uppercuts, start landing some shots straight against the fence, gets him in the corner. Pieces him up real good. And I'm starting to get scared because of my bet. So I'm like, this is end of round 6. I'm like, please stay on your feet. Please stay on your feet. Please stay on your feet. He ends up staying on his feet. goes back to his corner at the end of round 6, and we're all like, fuck, the end's coming near. It's coming near. And Inoue comes out that 7th round, charges at him, basically, lands 1 or 2 shots, puts him up against the ropes. He twists his ankle in some way. I guess it was some ankle injury. The ref stops it. He pauses the action. He checks on him, and then he says something to the ref, and he's fidgeting around with that ankle. Ref calls it off. Fight over. Inoue TKO round 7. Let's go, baby. Cash it. Let's go. If you had rounds 1 to 6 at minus 440 or whatever that crazy odd was, you're probably pissed off because you thought it was easy money. It was not, sir. That's why I never take those. But yeah, anyway, huge win for him. It wasn't the dramatic, dominant fashion that we're used to seeing from him, but it was still a really good win. He got to showcase his skills. He got to showcase his ring IQ. He got to showcase his power. I guess he got to showcase his finishing ability. And he got the win. And that's all that matters. And that sets him up for an even bigger fight. So Inoue, pound for pound, probably the pound for pound best right now. And I don't see anyone stopping him. So he's definitely going to have to go up and wait and face someone big. Some of these names I was talking about. Knock, knock, knock. Tank Davis. Lomachenko. Someone's at your door, and he's ready to serve you these hands. So, anyway, fun fighter to watch. I hope you guys have been watching. If you woke up at 7 a.m. on this fine Tuesday on the East Coast to watch that fight, good on you. That's what I did. My girlfriend was waking up for work. I was like, I'm going to wake up and watch these fights, make some money from home. And that's what I did, baby. That's what I did. Let's go. I'll reference this a little later why I'm wearing a Morning Combat baseball jersey right now, because baseball and combat sports been doing me good this week. I should wear a WNBA jersey too, if you know what I'm talking about. But whatever. Yeah, so anyway, with a big win, classic win. Can't wait to see what's next for him. It better be something fun. Boxing, don't bottleneck us again. I want to see something fun. I want to see something fun for this young man. I don't want to see him just fight another 5 contenders that we know he's going to beat. I need something good. You know, hey, you know, I'm talking to you. Yeah. Get it done. Get it done. All right. And then the other boxing news of this week, Anthony Pretty Boy Taylor. What a win. Beats son of legend Anderson the Spider Silva, Gabrielsilva, by TKO in round 3. What a win. Anthony Pretty Boy Taylor, used to getting decision wins, turned it up a notch recently, starting to get finishes. What a guy. Uses the so basically piecing up Silva. Silva wasn't looking good, really, honestly, the whole time. Something must have been off. I don't know what it was, but Taylor just looking strong the whole time, pushing him back, waiting for his moments, even when he was getting pushed back a little bit to land that big shot. And when he landed it, he wobbled his man, folded him like a chair in that round 3, made him sit on his butt. It was nice. It was nice. It was a nice little punch to get on your highlight reel. I wish I had one of those on my highlight reel for sure, especially against a longer, bigger guy like that. Especially, I mean, I've said this time and time again, the sons and children of superstars, legends, athletes, all that type of stuff, it doesn't tend to go well for them MFers, man. I mean, my greatest example is Ryan Couture. No offense, Ryan, but like Randy, legend, and Ryan, you know, like, how are you supposed to live up to those standards? So that's when I see people like Gabriel Silva, I'm like, oh yeah, cool, but like, I don't know, man. It's tough. I mean, trying to live up to that legacy is crazy. Even if it isn't boxing, if you're trying to transcend sports, but still keep it in the combat sports sphere. But man, another example of I mean, Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., another great example. Who else we got? Who else we got in the old vault? Who else we got? One of the ones that did work out, Floyd Mayweather Jr., senior versus junior. That's one of those occasions where, hey man, but was he a great? He was great, but he wasn't like legend great. So I guess it doesn't count as one of those. Like Michael Jordan's sons aren't going to be the greatest. LeBron's sons, perfect example, not going to be the greatest. I don't think. Um, yeah, just I mean, Griffey's might be another one, but again, in the same respect as Floyd Senior to Floyd Junior, like the dad was good, but he wasn't one of the greatest. You know, so it's tough. It's tough. Every sport, and it's the same story over and over again. Sons of these greats, they try to do it, and it's just like even Curry's. Look at the Currys, Del Curry, and you got Steph and Seth. Steph ends up being a GOAT, but Del was never even really a GOAT. He was good, but he wasn't a GOAT. So that's the formula. You got to be like a really good. You got to be good at your sport. Have your offspring, give them a little extra knowledge to make them the GOAT. Because if you're the GOAT, better switch career paths. It ain't for you, my boy. It ain't for you. But anyways, Anthony Taylor gets that win, beats Gabriel Silva, puts him on his butt in round 3, gets the TKO win, uses the opportunity to call out Darren Till. You may know Darren Till from his last Misfits. I think it was Misfits. His last boxing match. A little punch to the back of the head ends up ending in a brawl. Ooh. But you may also know him if you're an MMA fan like myself from UFC fame. Lastly known getting wrestled and mounted by our very own champion, Dricus du Plessis. But besides that, Darren Till says that he could beat him, not even training. He wouldn't even train for this guy. I wouldn't like, I mean, I would automatically take Taylor. I'm taking Taylor if he does indeed do that. But nah, man. Till you, I would definitely not treat that fight like it's nothing. Anthony Taylor got hands. He trains with the McKees. Yeah, AJ and Aaron McKee. It's a beast team over there, man. Them boys are savages. They got hands. They don't just got feet and submissions and wrestling. They got hands, and it's their feature object. It's their feature. It's their feature art is them hands, and they'll put them on you. So I'll watch out, man. But yeah, he calls out Darren Till. I could see that fight happening. Darren Till's got some hands. He's got some great boxing. He was never known as a kicker. He was known for his boxing and his elbows, his Muay Thai, his knees. If we're talking about the kicking, so I like that matchup. Darren Till versus Anthony Taylor, top of the billing for a Misfits matchup. Sign me up. Sign me up. I like that whole sphere of very niche MMA turned boxers, celebrity boxers, everybody in that in between stage that you're not an amateur, but you're not a pro. I love Misfits Boxing for that. They're doing a great job cornering the market. And they're really establishing themselves right now because they're the only one I can think of besides Rough and Rowdy that are doing this right now and that are doing it on a consistent basis. What is this, their third event in 3 months? Something like that. So Misfits, keep doing your thing, man. I'm happy for it. Clean up Top Rank, the Zone, PBC, all that. Get all those joke fights off of there. Keep them on Misfits and whatever Jake Paul's doing, and I'm cool with it. I'm happy. I'm a happy man. So yeah, that was the boxing news for the week. Just a couple fights over the weekend, nothing crazy. Now let's start looking ahead to this weekend because if it's anything like this week has been going, I'm about to make you some money. It's been a good ass week for your boy. Oh man. I feel like I can't even turn around without making money. I made money this morning, I made money last night, made money the night before that, made money Monday, made money. It was, yeah, it's been a good week. But hey, let's get into it. Bellator Champions Series 4. Let's take a look at this card. Let's go bottom to top. Aisha Cortez, Ashley Thiner, Josh Hokett, Sean Rose, Bryce Meredith, John whatever the fuck, Herman Terrado, Misayuki Kikuiri, Jordan Newman, Imishafi Aliyev, Sumikoinaba, Mackenzie Stiller, Yancy Medeiros taking on Jorah Ivazian, Douglas Lima taking on Aaron Jeffrey, Lorenzlarkin taking on Levin Chikeli, and our champion, Usman Nurmagomedov, our popped champion, taking on Alexandershabliy, the beast, who's been on an absolute tear, beating everybody down in his sight. His last 3 wins, TKO over Brent Primus, TKO over Tufik Masayev, who is also on a run, and a decision win over Patricky Pitbull. He's on a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 fight win streak going into this fight against Usman Nurmagomedov, who we all know is undefeated fighter at 17-0-1 because his fight against Brent Primus was overturned to a no contest because he tested positive for a banned substance. As we know, he was not stripped of the title. And now he fights for the title this weekend in San Diego on September 7th. So we have a great Bellator card. Let's just get my picks out of the way. I'm gonna give you my quick browse. Josh Hokett, go ahead and take him. Bryce Meredith, go ahead and take him. Sumikoinaba, go ahead and take her. Fade Yancy Medeiros against Jorah Ivazian. I wouldn't throw him in the parlay. That fight could go either way. I think Jorah's gonna win, but Yancy is a dog. He's been training with a lot of really good people, and I think he's on a win streak. I think he's on a 2 or 3 fight win streak. He was on a 2-fight win streak, beating Emmanuel Sanchez and Charlie Leary, but he tested positive for a banned substance against Leary, so his submission win was overturned. It was a rear naked. So Yancy has looked good in his last 4. And Jorah is basically, I think he's like 18-1, something like that. Sound crazy. I might freeze because I'm going on Sherdog, and Sherdog slows everything down. He's 14-1 with 8 KOs. He's on a 5-fight win streak. Nobody notable beaten, and most of them were decisions. He's got 1 TKO win in the first round and 1 TKO win in the second round. I don't see him beating Yancy, if I'm being completely honest. Even though Yancy's 16-8, he's got 8 KOs and 4 subs. So 12 of his 16 wins or finishes. He doesn't try to take it to a decision. So he's going in there to whoop some ass. This guy's really durable, though. And he has lost 4 fights before he beat Emmanuel Sanchez, but they were to Donald Cerrone, Gregor Gillespie, Lando Venata, and Damir Hadzovic. All of them were on crazy runs in their respect. Donald Cerrone was on a run. Gregor Gillespie was on a run. Venata was starting to look really good. And then Damir Hadzovic was on a run until he got finished. So all those guys were doing really well. Yeah, man, I would stay away. This feels like a stay away fight. If you're going to do anything on this fight, maybe take the over 2.5. Maybe if they give you over 1.5, hammer that. If they give you over 1.5, hammer it. But over 2.5 feels good to me for that. And then we got Douglas Lima taking on Aaron Jeffrey. Douglas freaking Lima. Douglas. What a beast. The only man to knock out Michael Chandler. Yeah. I mean, sorry, Michael Venom Page. Why did I say Michael Chandler? Michael Venom Page. Michael Venom Page. Michael Venom Page. The only man to knock out Michael Venom Page. Yeah. It's crazy, man. He's back. He lost to Jason Jackson, beat Costello Vanstinas in a unanimous decision in May of last year. He's back to stay on the winning track. You know, what else can he say? He's taking on Aaron Jeffrey, who's 14-5 from Canada. He's 6'2", he's a little big. But 10 of his 14 wins are by finish. Douglas Lima doesn't get finished, so I don't see him winning a decision. So hammer Lima here. This guy lost to Fabian Edwards and he lost to John Salter. You don't think Douglas Lima could take him out? Come on. Douglas Lima is going in all the parlays. Every single freaking one you can imagine. Douglas Lima. I should take him by finish, but I'm just going to take a money line. He might even be a -3. I hope he's a -2, but he's probably going to be a -3 or 4. And these are the breaks. But yeah. I mean, Aaron Jeffries from Killcliff, pretty good gym. But Douglas Lima's American Top Team. Don't get much better than that. So yeah, you know where my pick's going. Stay the hell away from Aaron Jeffrey, bro. He don't even have a wiki, bro. He don't even have a wiki. Stop. Former champion. It's called Bellator Champions Series 4 for a reason, because the Bellator champions are gonna win this. Put him in the parlay. Lima, Nurmagomedov. Put him in the parlay. Now, I'm going to break my rule because I don't like throwing women's fights in my parlays for obvious reasons, because I was screwed recently twice. But Sumikoinaba will probably be going in mine. She will probably be going in mine. She only lost to Denise Kielholtz, who we know is a hammer and should be holding a belt around her waist, if not for the hammers standing in front of her. So, yeah. So my parlay will be, I really want to go with Shabliy. I really do. He's 31, but like he didn't even finish Pitbull, and Nurmagomedovs haven't lost in a long time. So I just can't go against him. So my parlay is going to be Josh Hokett, Bryce Meredith, Sumikoinaba, Douglas Lima. I'm leaving out Lorenzlarkin and Levancho Kelly because it's a KO winners fight. Anyone can win that fight. So even taking the over and under is scary in that fight. I don't like it. So I'm staying away. And maybe if I don't put Nurmagomedov, maybe I'll just take the over, whatever they set it as. If it's 2.5, 3.5, it's probably gonna be 4.5, assholes. But yeah, but if you're taking the dangerous parlay, you do Hokett, Meredith, Inaba, Lima, Nurmagomedov. If you're being a little more cautious, you go Hokett, Meredith, Lima, and the over in Nurmagomedov. Probably throw Inaba in there too, but the over in Nurmagomedov Shabliy. And those are my freaking picks for you for Bellator. I'll put out a graphic later this week. You'll see it. The official one will go out probably on Thursday. Maybe Friday, but Thursday, because I believe the fight is on Friday, right? It's not, unless it's Saturday. Are they going head to head? They're not going head to head, are they? Oh my Lord, they're going head to head. It's Saturday. So I'll probably put both graphics out on the same post. Maybe different posts. I'm feeling like I haven't put out enough this week, but probably the same post. And Bellator, you have my picks. Please don't let me down. PFL did me good last time, except for Tyler Diamond. So hopefully you guys can keep the ball rolling. Moving on. Here's what y'all really showed up for them. UFC Vegas 97 picks. Yeah, baby. Let's look at this juicy card. Zigimantas from Moscow, Nathan Fletcher. If you remember them from a week or two ago, Nathan Fletcher had really bad staph as they weighed in, which is probably the reason that knocked him out of the fight. So they are now booked for this card, the first fight on the card, a couple weeks later. I don't know how that affects either guy, but I'm still going with Ramasca over Fletcher because staph is terrible. And I always thought Ramasca was better anyways. So yeah. But let's looking at the rest of the card. It's Petrosky Budka, Jacqueline Amorim, Vanessa Demopoulos, Yiza versus Gabriel Santos, Felipe dos Santos, Andre Lima. Remember Andre Lima from that dude taking a bite out of him and losing the fight because of that bite. Isaac Dolgarian versus Brandon Marat. Ryan Spann versus my Haitian brethren, OSP, Oven St. Preux. Then we move on to the main card. We have Rong Zhu versus Chris Padilla, Trevor Peak versus Yanal Ashmuz, Matt Schnell versus Alessandro Costa, Steve Garcia versus Kyle Nelson, Jessica Andrade versus Natalia Silva, and our main event of the evening, Gilbert Burns versus Sean Brady. Now, I'll also have a risky and a not risky part. You know what? I'm going to make it into two posts. I'm going to give you a Bellator risky parlay and a Bellator not risky parlay. I'm going to give you a UFC risky parlay and a not risky parlay because I put out two with the UFC a couple weeks ago. The not risky parlay didn't hit, but the risky parlay hit. Thank you, Gerald Mearshart. So, yeah. All right, so let's go over my picks on the card. I like Zigimas Ramaska, but I'm not throwing him in the parlay. I'm throwing Andre Petrosky over Dylan Budka in the parlay. Dylan Budka is like 7-3, and if he doesn't get the finish, he loses. And Petrosky doesn't really get finished too often anymore. He found a way to stay in his fights. So I'm definitely going Petrosky with the wrestling, and yeah, I have to. Also, he's got fellow fighters on the card that are supposed to win. He's also got Sean Brady in his camp on the card. So, I mean, if you see Petrosky win, Sean Brady's going to win tonight. But if Petrosky gets fucking hammered into the mats, then we probably will see a win for Gilbert Burns. But yeah, Petrosky didn't get finished by Josh Frem, so he wins his fight. He beat Gerald Mearshart a couple fights ago, but he got TKO'd by Jacob Malkoun and Michelle Pereira. Michelle Pereira TKOs everyone or subs them after TKOing them to kill my bets. And Jacob Malkoun is just a cardio powerhouse. So I could see why Malkoun lost that fight. He just wilted. He just wilted under his pressure. But yeah, Petrosky's starting to string some wins together. I don't think Budka's going to be the guy to give him a loss. I don't think Budka's going to knock him out. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm going to go with Petrosky in the parlay, and pretty easily, pretty handily, and pretty comfortably, because I don't feel any threat from Dylan Budka. He's got 1 KO and 2 submissions. The mindless Hulk. Yeah, nah, I'm going with Petrosky, bro. Sorry, I just have to. Petrosky's going in the parlays. What else we got? Staying away from Jacqueline Moore and Vanessa Demopoulos. Staying away. No point in that fight. Maybe an over 2.5 if you're feeling shiesty. Yiza, Gabriel Santos staying away. Gabriel Santos will probably win that fight, in my opinion. Then we have Felipe Dos Santos versus Andre Lima. I'll probably go with Lima in that situation. He looks like he's got more power. He stands in the pocket better. It's going to look better to the judges, so I go with him. Isaac Dolgarian versus Brandon Marat. All day on Dolgarian. All day on Dolgarian. All day. Marat's from, I believe, New England Cartel. And Dolgarian, where's Dolgarian from? Is he American Top Team or Killcliff? Oh, he's Factory X. Mark Montoya. Factory X. I always roll my Factory X boys. They're having a good year. So, yeah, I'll probably roll with Isaac Dolgarian. I don't know if I'll throw that fight in the parlay either. 2 up-and-comers. They usually are really tight fights, really sweaty fights. Probably going to go over. Probably going to go the distance. So I'll probably take that over 2.5 to be safe. Now we go to a fight that I'm definitely putting in the parlay. Ryan Spann versus Ovince St. Preux. You guys know I don't go against my Haitians. You know I don't do that. I just don't. But Spann will be going in the parlay because I will be taking Ovince St. Preux straight. Is that a reason to throw him in the parlay? Well, I mean, OSP has only beaten Mauricio Hua and Kennedy Nzechukwu, and people think he might have lost that fight late. He was beating him, but people might have thought he lost. He got handed the win there, which I'm happy because I won money on that fight because I had the straight. But I don't think he's going to string 2 together for the first time since 2017. It just doesn't feel like that type of year for OSP. I mean, the last time he strung 2 wins together, he beat Yushin Okami and then knocked out Corey Anderson in round 3. Since then, he lost to Ilir Latifi, then beat Tyson Pedro, lost to Dominic Reyes, then lost to Nikita Krylov, then beat Mikhail Oleksiejczuk, then lost to Ben Rothwell, then beat Alonzo Menefield, then lost to Jamal Hill, and then lost to Tanner Boser, but then beat Mauricio Hua, then lost to Philip Lins, then beat Kennedy Nzechukwu. So if you're following the trend, which you know I love to, I follow the numbers, I follow the trends, I make us money. It seems like OSP is going to lose this fight. There's no reason to put him in your parlays. Take them straight if you will, which I will be doing because I always ride with my Haitians. But Ryan Spann money line is going in the parlay without a shadow of a frigging doubt. Without a shadow of a doubt. That is in. Easy money. Let's go. Then we have Rong Zhu, 25-5, going against Chris Padilla. Chris Padilla was looking pretty good, but I'm probably going to go with Rong Zhu just off experience. Just off experience. It's probably going to be a Padilla night, but hey. And then next fight going in the parlay, Trevor Peek versus Yanal Ashmouz. Trevor Peek looking like a hammer in his weight class. Yanal Ashmouz fought in Abu Dhabi last, I believe. Oh no, he fought on the fight night Aspinall Tybura, then fought Edwards Usman 3. But yeah. So I don't know where I got that from. But Ashmuz, whatever. He loses by decision a lot. Trevor Peek won by decision in his last fight. Ushmaz has 6 wins by finish. 6 of his 7 wins are by finish. 8 of Trevor Peek's 9 wins are by finish. I'm going to go with the unlikely thing and that this fight goes a distance because I don't see either guy getting finished. So I'm going to go Peek decision, unanimous decision. I'm going to put Peek in the parlay money line. Peek goes in the parlay money line. Then we have Matt Schnell versus Alessandro Costa. Matt Schnell's been knocked out in round 2 of his last 2 fights. He's an old head in the game. He's been on, just to put it in perspective, he was on True Life. I'm an MMA fighter. If you remember True Life, that was a really freaking long time ago. And he's a flyweight. Youth at flyweight doesn't really bode well. Youth in lower weight classes is a good thing. Age in heavier weight classes is usually a good thing. So there's no reason to go with the old guy here. I'm going to stick with my I'm gonna stick with my gut, and I'm gonna go with Alessandro Costa to get the TKO. Alessandro Costa will be going in the parlay. I'll probably take a straight on Schnell just cause, but Alessandro Costa absolutely in the parlay. I mean, just this guy's stats real quick. 11 of his 14 wins are by finish. 5 of them are KOs. I look for him to tie up his submissions and KOs at 6 this weekend. He's lost 2 times by KO and 2 times by decision, which Schnell likes to overpower his opponents, and then with durability and then beat him late. But I don't think this guy's going to be the one to do it. With Schnell's 34, he lost by KO to Steve Erceg and Matheus Nicolau. Nicolau has no power, and he lost to him. And Erceg also is not a power guy, and he got TKO by him. Yeah, I just don't see a route to victory here for him. Costa's 28 in the prime of his life. He's a powerhouse. He trains at a Lobo gym. He didn't get knocked out by Erceg. He got knocked out by Albazi, but he stood in there with Erceg, so it tells me something about where he's at and the levels he's at. So I'm gonna go with Costa to TKO Schnell. Costa money line in the parlay. And the last one, I'm skipping over these last 2 fights because am I freezing up here? I'm skipping over these last 2 fights because Steve Garcia or Kyle Nelson, it's basically like the Spider-Man meme. These guys are mirrors of each other facing each other. So I think that fight also goes a distance. I'd probably go Garcia there. Nelson can still win it though. If he's got good odds, definitely taking money line. Then I have Jessica Andrade, Natalia Silva. Natalia Silva is a hammer. She's not in there to just point fight. She can knock girls out too. And as Jessica Andrade, we know what she does, but I don't see another title run in her. I don't see another big win in her. She does have 2 wins over Mackenzie Dern, whose striking has looked pretty garbaggio of late, even though she got the win over Lupi Godinez. And Marina Rodriguez, who hasn't looked great, and it was a split decision win. Huh. Split? I don't know. Natalia Silva, if we look at her, she's got great wins, has yet to lose in the UFC. She has lost to Marina Rodriguez, but that was in Thunder Fight 14. 6 fights before the UFC. She's beat Jasmine Jasdavicius. She's beaten Victoria Leonardo, who we just saw get fucking face planted by Wang Kong. She's beaten Andrea Lee, and she's beaten Viviane Araujo. Those are good names to have under your belt, not gonna lie. Couple of them are top 15ers, if not all of them. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Natalia Silva to get the decision win here. I don't see her finishing Andrade. And then final fight of the night, Gilbertburns, Sean Brady. Sean Brady has looked good of late. I mean, he got TKO'd by Bilal Muhammad, which is a huge red flag. How do you get TKO'd by Bilal? Nobody's done that. But he's beaten Jake Matthews, Michael Chiesa, and Kelvin Gaston. Do any of those names tell you that he's ready for a top 5 guy, top 10 guy? Not to me, especially when you got knocked out by Bilal Muhammad, not submitted, knocked out. So I have no money on Brady whatsoever this weekend. Burns, I mean, he's looked great. I know he's 38. I know he's 38. I know his age. And I know he's coming off 2 losses, one being a TKO loss to Jack Della Maddalena. But do you really think Sean Brady is going to TKO Gilbert Burns? Do you think Sean Brady is going to be the first guy to submit Gilbert Burns? So if you think Sean Brady's going to win, you probably think he's going to do this by decision. And Sean Brady's gas tank hasn't looked amazing in his career. Just looking back at it, he's beaten Kelvin Gastelum, who's never had a gas tank except for at 85. So there you go there. He beat Michael Chiesa, never had a big gas tank. He beat Jake Matthews, never had a big gas tank. And he lost to the one guy with a gas tank, Bilal Muhammad. So if this fight goes late, I don't see Brady taking it on Burns. Just keep in mind the Burns Chimaev fight. Like Chimaev came on in rounds 1, started slipping round 2. Round 3 was a Burns round. We were begging for rounds 4 and 5. Or maybe it was flipped. Maybe it was the other way around. I can't remember. That fight was crazy though. But yeah, I just have Burns in this. I don't see him getting knocked out. So he's beaten Tyron Woodley, Damon Maya, Stephen Thompson, Neil Magny, Jorge Masvidal. None of those names make you scream like, oh wow, world beater, because Jorge Masvidal on the way out, Neil Magny expiring for a while now. Stephen Thompson has looked good, but any wrestler can really stop, any grappler can really stop him. Tyron Woodley was on the way out at that time. So he doesn't have really any good wins over anybody streaking. And the people he has lost to, Kamaru Usman, Hamzat Chimaev, Bilal Muhammad, Jack Della Maddalena, have all been streaking. So it's hard to figure out where Gilbert Burns is at. But I think, based off how he's looked, the competition he's faced, and I don't know, and the fact that he's just who he is, and like he's got Hanato Moicano in his camp. He's got good people around him. He's a top team guy, or is he a Kill Cliff guy? What the hell is? Let's go. Oh, he's a top team guy. Yeah, yeah. But I mean, do you see him losing to Sean Brady? I don't. I know I don't. So yeah, Gilbert Burns is going into the parlay. 38-year-old Gilbert Burns is going into the parlay against my better judgment. Oh, sorry, he's a Killcliff guy. He is Killcliff. My bad. He's Killcliff. Killcliff, Gilbert Burns is Killcliff. So yeah, I'm probably rolling with Killcliff here. I gotta say. I gotta roll with Killcliff. So Burns is probably gonna go in my parlay. He'll be in the safer parlay. He won't be in the riskier parlay. In the riskier parlay, I'll probably be throwing like Costa TKO, Silva decision, Span money line, Petrosky in there. That'll probably be the crazy one. But yeah, that's the parlay. That is the parlay. It's Petrosky, it's Span, it's Peak, it's Costa, it's Burns. Little fiver for you. You could cut it down to 4 if you don't like the main event. But yeah, that's what we're doing. And we'll have plenty of time to cash it out if you do throw the main event in your parlay. Plenty of time to cash it out because you'll already hit 1, 2, 3, 4, and you'll just be waiting on the 5th. So the cash out will be sweet. And Burns is probably minus money. So we're close to it. So, you know. And if he's plus, even better, they'll definitely let you cash it. So, yeah. Take that. Those are my UFC Vegas picks. Now to move on. I'm not doing a fighter spotlight for the week. No fighter spotlight. I was gonna do one, but there's nobody on either card that makes me like. I mean, Josh Holgate, Bryce Meredith. I'm not doing it for those guys. Sumikoinaba, nah. And then the other guys are established. Nurmagomedov is a champion. Kind of stupid to do it on him, right? And then UFC. I thought about Vanessa Demopoulos, but I wasn't really feeling it. No offense to her, still a great fighter. And then I thought about Ryan Spin, but he hasn't been streaking at all. And then I thought about Naoya Silva, but I'm like, well, Jessica and Josh could hammer her down. And then I thought about Sean Brady, and I was like, I don't even think he's gonna win. So then I was like, you know what? No spotlight this week. And there's no fights on Saturday. So like, who am I gonna spotlight from last week? So yeah, we just moving it along. That's all that's gonna happen. We just moving along. But let's get into the best part of my week and yours. Let's get into this week's wins. Yes, baby. Say it again. This week's wins. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. All right, so let's take a look at the first win of the week. Bam! Yeah. Sorry, the last win of the week. 420. Straight up, baby. You know I had to put that one in. Once I seen it at 420, you know that was going in. Yep. I did it 5 seconds in round 7. Inoue gets the finish and your boy cashes. I also had it to go to decision. I took them both live. Those didn't hit, obviously, but I still won money, baby. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. A little 25er to win 130. Made 100, more than 100 than my money back. Yeah. Put that in at 733. Fight ended at 745, something like that. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I almost didn't make it in time. I was supposed to wake up at 7, hit the snooze a couple times, turn the TV on. I was like, oh shit, it's round 1. Or round 2. I forget round I joined, but yeah. So that's the, and now, yeah, I did that. Yeah, I did that. Yeah, so you should probably listen to me in terms of boxing and MMA, because if you take my resume from last week and this week, I'm looking like a hire. You feel me? I'm looking like a hire. Anyways, moving on. Let's loop these so they don't pop off screen while I'm talking about them. What else happened this week? Oh, did I say I was wearing an MMA baseball jersey for a reason? This is probably it. Let's go. 1483. Use the freaking boost on it too. Look at all those. Oh, Shohei, I was scared about that. So I cashed it, baby. He ended up not getting a hit that night. So I cashed in the smartest way possible. In the smartest way possible. Let's go. Look at it again. How much is it? Yeah, turn 50 into almost 400. 8 times your money. What's up? I know. Yeah. I'm hot right now. Fan me down. I'm hot right now. Oh, you thought that was it? Bitch, I got a whole reel for y'all. And this is just since Monday. Keep in mind, this is just since Monday. Your boy's caking over here. Well, not caking, but you know what I'm talking about. Here's another one on DraftKings. Little $20 bet. Little 10 times your money right there. 200. Let's go. Little Mookie Betts. Little Aaron Judge walk and a hit. Oh, and another one? Damn. 500 in a day, bro? 500 in a day? What? Yeah. I'm like that. You better start following all the socials. Where my fucking social handles at? Follow both of us, man. Follow Main Card Minute. Follow one more round. You better get your QR codes in. This week's wins. Better follow on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. Come get this money, man. I'm handing out free picks. Follow the green parlays. Follow paycheck parlays. Follow one more round fights. We gonna get you paid. Follow Main Card Minute. We gonna get you paid. Come on, bro. Let's look at it again. $210 off a $20 bet. My lord. What's the other one? Mr. Aaron Judge, what came after you? $30 into 344. My lord. That's 550, y'all. That's 50 into 550, y'all. Pay attention. Keep up. Oh, shit. Did he put it on the other app too? Oh, he lost. He must have lost. Damn, that sucks. Nope. He cashed 100 to 500. Yeah. Yeah, you see it. I know you see it. I know you see it. Yeah. 100 into 500. Just like that. Just like that. Look at all them picks. And smart cashing out. And guess what? Look, Ornado didn't get the hit that day. So another smart cash out. Man, you just got to know what you're doing out here. You just got to know what you're doing out here. Really. Man, this week has been good to me on baseball. You'd think it would end before, you'd think it would end. I had a great weekend. Had a great last week. You think, oh, he can't start this week off hot too, right? He can't do it. He can't do it. But he does. WNBA too, bro? What? Another smart cash out? Those actually hit, so it wasn't a smart cash out. I could have made double the money I cashed out for, but it's all good. Jewel Lloyd, that's my girl. Nafisa Collier, Angel Reese, Kelsey Mitchell, Caitlin Clark, Arike Agambawole, Aja Wilson, Kelsey Plummer, Kia Jackson, De'Erica Hamby, my girls, plus 1331. Had to do it, cashed it out. We would have won even more, but hey, we still make money, baby. Still make money. I would have turned that into 740. I turned it into 336. I'm still happy. I mean, I would have won you a lot of money if you put the bet in and kept it in, but I gotta play. I gotta stay up. I don't like to waste money. I like to make it. So I had to stay up. So I didn't want to take the chance on 2 props in a night game on some inconsistent girls when I could just walked away with my money. I was taking that. Even though it did hit, I was taking that. Oh, another thing about my bets, I always leave a nice little cash out leg later. So if it does happen to hit the last bet, I could be like, let me walk away with this or not risk it. Because nothing's worse than everything hits and your last game's locked in and you're like, oh, I want to cash it out. Nothing's worse than that. Yeah. So let's look at my glory again. WNBA. I'm hitting on all the sports, baby. Boxing, MMA, baseball, WNBA. Get with the winners. Start following the channel. Subscribe. Like. Oh, you thought the segment was over. Bitch, I'm just getting started. You forgot about yesterday. Come on, son. Yeah, this was last night. Yes, sir. I wish I put more on it, but I was like, you know what? Let me start the week off slow. Well, 25er. I already been winning. Let me just stay up. Boom. The rich get richer. And the rich get richer. Let's go. Look at that. Look at it again in all its glory. 3 games. All I needed was 3 games. I knew who was getting hits. You notice how I kept Soto and Judge the fuck out of there? They hit too, but I got a mind for these things. I knew what was gonna happen. You know what? I think I knew so much what was gonna happen that I threw them in the bed anyways. Bam! That's right. I even threw Judge, Soto, and my boy Doogie in there too. Damn. 25 into 176. Yeah, bro. I'm fucking built like that. Don't you forget it. Anytime. You want to be like, yo, he doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. You come back to this week's wins, the second week in a row wins, and you come look at this glory. 1 game plus 605. Yeah, baby. I'm like that. I wish I had that track in here so I could have just played it because they not like us. They not. And that concludes this week's wins. Well, this concluded this week's wins. But you guys know what I mean. This week's wins, baby. Shout out. Yeah, that's it for this show. I tried to stretch like a 30-minute show into almost an hour or whatever. I'll take it. 50 minutes. Squeeze that out. I'm happy with it. Sponsors still looking out for you. Wendy's, Taco Bell, any cannabis suppliers, any camera guys, I've been using my webcam on my laptop. Nice little camera would be nice. You guys want to sponsor up? Just saying. I mean, with the money I'm making, I could probably just go ahead and buy one myself, but I'd like to throw that into savings and keep the wins rolling. You feel me? Leave a little behind, roll that into the next bet. Just never have to put my own money in. That's how we like to do it. And that's the way the vibes is going. So let's keep it going. Yeah. So if anybody wants to sponsor this channel, shout out. I'm just waiting. I'll accept pretty much anything. So yeah, the ball's in your court. Again, my name's Gav. I'm the host of the show. No fighter spotlight this week. If you got wins, send them into the show. I'd love to feature them. If you heard me somewhere talk about something and you made money off of it, send your wins to one more round fights at gmail.com. I'll get them on screen, showcase you and your name. If you got a picture of yourself, maybe I'll do that too. We'll see. I haven't made the graphics yet. Please follow the channel on socials, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. Follow where you'll see us this weekend. Main card minute, one more round fights. We'll be doing a live stream on the Main Card Minute channel of a watch along. So please check us out. Come follow the bets. Come make some money with us because you know we will. I hope you do too. Besides that, that's it for me. I'll see you guys on Sunday. And then every Sunday after that. I'm here to bring you MMA boxing news, parlays, bets, and picks, happiness, all that. So please like, subscribe, follow, and grow with the team. Enjoy the rest of the week and enjoy the fights, motherfuckers.